Hey you, quick question. What's your favorite Easter egg in Spiderverse? My personal favorite is the one right here in this scene where for a few frames you can see an object flying into the collider. But this isn't any object. This is the flintlock diatomic super mutating dynamic food replicator. Or for short, the FLDSMDFR. Guys, this was my hyperfixation before Deltrum. Please let me brag about the fact that I can pronounce FLDSMDFR and also know what each letter of the word stands for without checking Google, just like how I can pronounce Giasfelfeberehebe. From the hit movie Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. But out of all Easter eggs, why is this one specifically my favorite? Well, I just told you guys that Qualcomm, short for Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, was my hyperfixation before Deltrum, so you could probably connect the dots from there, you know. But even if we ignore the bias, I'd still argue that this is one of the coolest Easter eggs in Spider-Verse. Why? I mean, having an Easter egg that is just something from another movie by the same studio up here isn't exactly a unique idea. Well, because unlike most crossover Easter eggs, this one might actually have a chance of meaning something. Sure, Jesse appears in Monsters Inc. and Buzz appears in Finding Nemo and the Pizza Planet truck appears in almost every single Pixar movie, but it's not like they are all connected in one big universe. But with this Easter egg, I actually believe that it might be able to connect the two universes together. Okay, so hear me out here. We already know that Spider-Verse franchise is a franchise that takes place in a multiverse. And the multiple universes connect to this multiverse all have distinct and unique animation styles. They could be cartoony, anime, Lego and even live action too. Just like with the Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs multiverse. Fuck you mean you didn't already know that there was a Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs multiverse? Oh yeah, right. So for those who don't know, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs is a franchise with more content than just 2 movies. And no, I'm not talking about the books, I haven't actually read those. I am talking about Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, the series, which is a 2D animated cash grab released by Netflix that claims to be a prequel, despite obviously breaking canon by having Sam Sparks meet Flint Lockwood before the events of the first movie. And as you can imagine, it kind of sucked. It is basically a generic children's animated show, but now with recognizable IP characters, so you have to watch. And I guess it kind of worked because I did watch a couple of episodes. It had occasional funny, but if I wasn't starving for Qualcomm content, I wouldn't watch it at all. But more than that, I did actually get a little value out of it that will greatly help with this theory. And that is the fact that there is a scene where out of nowhere, a door opens and out comes 2 fully 3D animated cucumbers. You might be wondering why there isn't any footage of it, and that's because I don't remember when or in what episode this was in, and I'm not gonna rewatch this series, okay? So until somebody puts themselves to the torch and watches this series just to tell me when this 2-second scene is, you're just gonna have to trust me on this, okay? But do you guys understand what happened here exactly? In this 2D animated series, a door randomly appeared, and out of it came fully 3D animated cucumbers, just like the ones from the second movie. Not only does this connect the 2 universes together as a multiverse, thus solving all the plot holes and unanswered questions, but both of these universes within this new multiverse has completely different animation styles. And the exact same things apply to the Spider-Verse. Which is why I'd argue that both Qualcomm and its series are universes within the Spider-Verse. And you might be saying, Sully, do you really think that when creating Qualcomm, they intended it to be part of a larger multiverse? And the answer is no. No, I don't. Just like I don't think that when they were creating Spider-Man 1, they intended it to also be part of a larger multiverse, but there he is. And somebody else might be saying, Sully, if these multiverses really are connected, then shouldn't there be a Spider-Man in the Qualcomm universe? I'm not quite sure if every universe has to have a Spider-Man, but yes, there is a Spider-Man in this universe and I can prove it. Let's examine everybody's favorite police officer. Let's examine everybody's second favorite police officer, Officer Earl. First of all, does he have the super strength that Spider-Man always have? Of course yes, just look at him. Not only is he shown to be the strongest person on Swallow Falls, but he also appears to be very agile. And yes, his strength could be just due to him working out, and his agility may be just because he's a cartoon. But it's not like we ever saw his strength be truly tested. There's no moment where it's like, yeah, I can't break this. No, the yellow tape thing doesn't count. That's a weakness due to him being a cop, not because he isn't strong enough. So I'd say that it is fully possible that he has enough strength to be Spider-Man. And now, I'm going to go over the entire reason I even thought of this theory to begin with. And that's this. You guys know how Earl has this thing where his chest hair tingles and then he suddenly knows that something's wrong? Have you guys ever realized that not only was this never explained, but it's also literally just a spidey sense? Okay, let's use a comparison. Here in Infinity War, a threat is going on that Peter Parker is unable to see, so his spidey sense makes it so that his hair starts moving. This alerts him that something's wrong. Here in Kokom, Flick Rockwood is doing suspicious stuff, but Earl is not there to see it. So his chest hair starts tingling. This alerts him that something's wrong. Are there any other powers that most Spider-Man have?
Just those two things.
Just those two things.
And you might be asking why we never see him swing any webs, and I'd argue this. Most of the time, the web shooters aren't organic, but rather something that you have to manually build. And Earl isn't really the type of guy to know how to build that stuff. In fact, the only person in town that would know how to make web shooters isn't exactly on good terms with Earl. So here's my theory. Qualcomm is a universe within the Spiderverse, and the radioactive spider in the Qualcomm universe bit Officer Earl. But instead of becoming Spider-Man, he just became a above-average police officer. But how will this impact the next Spider-Verse movie? Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse. First of all, I don't actually believe that Earl will be in it, mainly because I have a hard time imagining Earl fighting alongside all the other Spider-Man. But I kind of wish that that would happen, because it would be really funny and become a meme on the premiere day. But I think something more realistic would be if there was like a scene where the Spider-Man would be hopping from universe to universe at a fast pace. And one of those universes would just be Swallow Falls, which would further confirm that Qualcomm and Spider-Verse are connected. But Officer Earl being Spider-Man would remain just a theory. Also guys, since this video is not about Delta, it will likely underperform, so please like share this theory and press the like so that it can at least get some amount of views, please guys. Anyway, subscribe for more Delta videos, okay, bye.